Let's just dive right into this explainer, shall we? We're tackling exactly how to seamlessly update your address with PNC. Look, moving to a new home is already stressful enough, right? The packing, the boxes, the heavy lifting. The absolute last thing you need is to worry about your bank accounts falling through the cracks. Today, we're going to give you the total confidence to handle this update without breaking a sweat, ensuring your financial transition is just as smooth as your physical move.
So what actually happens if you just forget to update your address? Well, imagine this. You're settling into your new place, you go to apply for a new line of credit for, say, some new furniture for the house, and boom, you are instantly denied. Why? Because your credit bureau file still points back to your old apartment. It is incredibly frustrating, but honestly, it happens all the time. When we relocate, updating the bank usually drops straight to the bottom of the to-do list, right behind unpacking that one box that's been sitting in the corner for weeks. But neglecting this seemingly tiny detail, it can actually trigger a massive domino effect on your entire financial profile.
There's literally a night and day difference between leaving your accounts tied to the past and securing them for your future. When your bank knows exactly where you are, your financial communication is totally secure. Your future credit applications sail right through verification, and you get that ultimate peace of mind. But leaving that old address lingering on your account, that just opens up a door you definitely want to keep shut.
Because here are the real risks of dragging your feet on this. If your address is outdated, credit monitoring systems might actually flag your brand new applications as potential fraud. Even worse, your highly sensitive personal information could literally land in a total stranger's mailbox. Miss a billing statement because it went to the wrong house? That can lead to nasty late fees and hits to your credit score. Plus, if fraud alerts are disconnected, you might completely miss a crucial text from PNC if someone is trying to mess with your account.
So to make this totally stress-free, here's our roadmap for today. We'll look at before you update, online and mobile app methods, mortgages, loans, and cards, avoiding pitfalls and fraud, and finally, a quick summary and final reminders.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, before you update.
First things first, you're going to need to gather your core identifying details. We're talking your full legal name and your social security number. Pretty standard stuff. But here is the kicker. PNC requires a new, actual physical address to process the primary update. This is absolutely crucial, and we'll dive into exactly why that physical aspect is completely non-negotiable in just a minute.
Now here is a pro tip you really don't want to skip. If you've proactively frozen your credit with Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, to prevent identity theft, you have got to temporarily unfreeze it before you update your address. Why? Well, PNC actually needs to communicate with those bureaus to verify your new details. If there's a security freeze or a lock on your files, PNC literally cannot access the databases to verify your new residence, and that will just completely halt your progress right in its tracks.
Okay, moving right along to Section 2, online and mobile app methods. If you're a smartphone user, you are going to love this because the PNC mobile app makes this incredibly simple. We're talking just 4 easy taps from the main menu. You just sign in, tap on Profile and Settings, find phone numbers or mailing addresses right there under Personal Information, and hit Edit or Add Address. Boom! It really is that seamless.
And hey, if you prefer a bigger screen, the online banking web portal is just as slick. You just log into online banking on your browser, look for that little silhouette icon up in the top right corner for Profile and Settings, select your profile, and just follow the prompts to edit or add your address. It's a highly automated system, totally designed to let you manage your standard checking and savings accounts entirely on your own schedule.
Which brings us to Section 3, mortgages, loans, and cards.
So, while that digital path is absolutely fantastic for your checking and savings, your specialty accounts actually require a slightly different approach. This is all about strict security and compliance. You can't just use the app to change the address tied to your mortgage, for instance. For a residential mortgage, you actually have to call 1-800-822-5626 or mail written notice to their Dayton, Ohio center. Got an auto, marine, or personal loan? You'll call 1-888-762-2265 to get a secure electronic form sent right to your email. For personal and wealth lines of credit, call that same 888 number to get a physical form mailed out to you. And finally, for consumer credit cards, you can either call their dedicated line at 1-800-282-7541 or just fill out the handy change of address form right there on the back of your monthly paper statement and pop it in the mail.
All right, let's talk about Section 4, avoiding pitfalls and fraud.
Remember a few minutes ago when I said you absolutely positively need a real physical address? Well, this right here is exactly why. standard P.O. boxes are strictly prohibited by PNC for your primary residence. It all comes down to the Customer Identification Program, or CIP. It's a strict federal mandate designed to help the government fight money laundering and the funding of terrorism. So federal law literally requires banks to have a true physical location on file for every single person maintaining an account.
But, life isn't always quite that simple, is it? If you're relocating internationally or you're serving in the military with an APO or FPO box, those automated online forms are actually going to block you. But don't worry, you have a specialized workaround. Just use the Message PNC Secure Dialog feature in the app or the online portal. You just drop in your full international or military address and a good contact number, and that kicks off a manual back-office review by PNC staff to get your profile updated compliantly.
I can't stress this enough. Keeping your address updated is a huge deal because PNC syncs this residential data directly with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. If you skip updating PNC, those bureaus keep your old address on file. Then imagine you go to apply for financing and use your brand new address. That mismatch between your application and the bureau's outdated data is going to trigger an automated identity fraud alert. So by keeping PNC in the loop, you are actively safeguarding your ability to seamlessly secure loans in the future.
Let's wrap things up with Section 5, Summary and Final Reminders.
Honestly, as long as you follow these core steps, getting your info updated across all your PNC portfolios is going to be a total breeze. Just remember to unfreeze those credit files before you start, use the digital tools, the app or website for your everyday checking and savings, pick up the phone and call those specialized numbers for your loans and mortgages, and always provide a real physical address because standard P.O. boxes just won't cut it for federal regulations.
Of course, please keep in mind that financial regulations and bank policies do evolve over time. So while this explainer provides a super detailed roadmap, you always want to consult official PNC bank resources. Verify those latest steps and phone numbers directly through PNC before you mail off sensitive documents or just assume the whole process is done.
We really hope this explainer leaves you feeling totally confident to take control of your financial profile, making sure your accounts move right alongside you. Seriously, do not let an outdated address stand between you and your financial goals. Take just a few minutes today, check your PNC profile, and make absolutely sure your money is exactly where you are. But it does kind of beg the question, if your bank profile is outdated, what other vital digital footprints are you accidentally leaving behind as you step into your new home? Is your profile truly ready for your next move?